Big men in the ring right now will open things up. Six-rounder Carlos Negron and Rafael Rios go to the tail of the tape. Both men coming in again 6'6". Negron coming out of Puerto Rico, 21-3, 6'6", 246. Rafael Rios, 6'6", 249 and a half. So getting ready to go here. Again, we've got Michael Coffey featured, Frank Sanchez in a co-feature, Luis Ortiz in the main event. Right now, Negron and Rios. Let's go to the ring. And Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles. Premier Boxing Champions presents a big night of heavyweight boxing coming your way. It's Fox PBC Fight Night. And we extend a special welcome to the brave men and women serving around the world and joining us tonight on AFN, the American Forces Network. Well, fans, we're ready for our opening attraction. Introducing our judges, scoring from ringside, we have Carla Cais, Edward Hernandez Sr., and Fernando Villarreal. All right, fans, here we go. 6 rounds of boxing scheduled, heavyweights in the ring. Introducing to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the red corner. Silver trunks with black trim, hailing from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. He weighed in at 249.5 pounds. His record stands at 11 wins, 2 losses, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight seeking his 10th consecutive victory, introducing Rafael El Grande Rios. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red trunks with blue trim, fighting out of Miami by way of Villalba, Puerto Rico. His weight, 246 pounds. His record, 21 wins, 3 losses, with 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former member of the Puerto Rican Olympic boxing team, introducing Carlos Negron. And our referee in charge now to give instructions, Rudy Barragan.
Thank you, Jim. Fellas, center ring, few seconds. You both got your instructions, okay? Do me a favor, protect yourselves at all times. Have a good fight, okay?
Closed captioning is available for tonight's telecast. If you'd like to hear the broadcast in Spanish, you can click over to the simulcast on Fox Deportes. Brian Kenny
Mark,
here with
good?
Max Lewis and Joe Goosen.
Mark, you good?
They are in the Microsoft Theater. Heidi Androl is ringside. Marcos Villegas will help us with the scoring, the unofficial scoring here as well.
Ready?
Only heavyweights tonight. And ready to get underway. Negron and Rafael Rios. Round 1 is underway. Okay, Negron comes off a first-round KO win back in March in Brooklyn. Before that, he had KO losses to Brian Howard, who also fights tonight. He fights Frank Sanchez and Dominic Brazil before that. Both big guys, though. Lennox, Joe, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'll take the lead, Len, if you don't mind. You know, look, Negron's got a lot of skills. He fought at a lighter weight. He fought at 175, not a few years past. But he's grown into the heavyweight division. He's had some success. He's, like you said, lost to Howard earlier. But he's got a lot of good skills, good counter-punching skills. He gave Brazil a real tough fight until Brazil came back later on in the fight and knocked him out.
Negron with a chopping right hand and a hard hook. That looked like it rocked Rios temporarily. And Rios fighting back.
Break on your own, guys.
Well, that's what I was talking about. That's that little counter-punching skill. He's got some skills, and I think he'll probably show him more as the fight goes on.
Well, he's got good power as well. He throws a good shot, as we can see, and we're seeing his power come out in this first round. All it takes is one punch when it comes to these heavyweights.
Yeah, you can see right there, Lennox Rios with the right hand drives Negron back. Negron, before that, throwing a nice hook to the body, waving with the hook as Rios then battles back in, tries to get close, and now has Negron back up against the ropes.
Yeah, Rios better be careful because he's got his chin up a little bit. He's got to be more defensively, especially in the first round.
These guys swinging for the fences. Yeah. They're looking to end this early. One way or another.
Somebody doesn't, they don't want to go the distance in this fight. Somebody wants to get a knockout in there.
Yeah, Bright. You know, both these guys are. You're talking about size with Frank Sanchez. Both these guys are 6'6". And Rios can crack too. He's got eight knockouts and 11 wins. And you know, I just saw him throw a few punches, and he looks heavy-handed. So either one of these guys, like Lennox said, can hurt you.
Yeah, these guys have a right hand there from Negron. Again, they're 6'6", in the 240s. Good right hand there by Negron again. Rios.
Negron is throwing a good combination. He's throwing good right hand and coming to the body. He senses that his opponent is lacking to the body, so he's working on that left side of the body.
Cuffing right hand from Rios as a right hand lands from Negron. Rios staggers away in the final 30 seconds of round number 1.
Rios needs to look at his opponent. He's looking down at the floor. He's really got to look at his opponent so he can see those punches coming.
Yeah, he eats another hook as well. That's the second hook that he just took flush in the face.
I was going to say, every time he looks at him, Lennox, he gets hit.
Yeah.
So stop doing that.
Let me look at the floor.
Joe, it's funny, you probably heard every excuse in the book, right, in the corner. So.
10 seconds,
Final 10 seconds. Looks like Rios going to get out of round 1, but a heavy-handed round number 1 on the night of heavyweights. Hard hook, and Rios is hurt. Between rounds here, it was round number 1, and in the final seconds, Joe Goosen and Lennox Lewis, Rafael Rios, I didn't know if he was going to stay on his feet.
No, he walked back to the corner pretty gingerly. He was he was hurt. He was hurt.
Well, that was kind of like what I saw earlier, where he had some heavy-handed looks. But here comes Negron, right there, a little missed right hand. But that's what really did it. That great liver shot right there. That landed right on the liver, and he did that about 3 or 4 times in that first round.
Yeah, I got a feeling he's going to come out and do the same thing, but change it up to the head.
Scheduled for 6. This is round number 2. We don't expect to get to the 6th round the way they were throwing leather in round number 1. Both big men, 6'6", 246-ish. And it's Carlos Negron in the multicolored trunks, and Rios staggered there in the silver and black.
Yeah.
How long can he withstand this punishment?
Well, the referee, Rudy Barragan's keeping a close eye on this right now. And believe me, he won't let this go on too much longer if it's a total blowout right here, if Rios doesn't do something like that.
Yeah, but Rios has to be careful. You know, he can get hit right now because he's going in there, his head's down, he's not thinking defensively. And every time Carlos throws a punch at him, he kind of puts his head down like he feels it. That's just, all that does is pep up Negron, making him feel good so he can go in there and finish the job.
Chopping right hand there by Negron. Earlier, Rios landed his own right hand straight up the middle, so there's some danger on both sides here. That right hands exchanged as it snaps the head back, and now Rafael Rios takes a knee.
Yeah, he got clipped with a short right hand.
That's why you're here. That's why I'm here right now. Okay?
So is Rudy Barragan saying he was hit illegally, or is he saying that's a knockdown? He's not counting.
Maybe behind the head. I'm not quite sure. Let's hear.
Golpe detrás de la cabeza, okay?
Yeah, see.
Con eso.
Yeah. Sounds like he hit him behind the head. And look, that chopping right hand that you were talking about.
That was an accidental shot behind the head, brother.
I thought it looked legal to me, but I'm not sure. We'll take another look and see.
But Rios is putting his head down.
Yes,
That's
I agree.
Now there's that short right hand. That one didn't do him any good, and that's the same shot. I mean, just a different view. But before that, and then right after when he put his head down there, Negron is coming over with an overhand right, and because Rios is kind of turning his head, it's landing on the side and towards the back. And I think one may have gotten away from him, and Rudy Barragan's calling and giving him a break.
Watch for the shots,
okay? Let's
go.
Here,
Time in, guys.
You know
Box. Watch those shots.
Yeah, both
guys got a break, and anytime that ever happened in a fight with me, I took the advantage as well. Take the rest.
We're just prolonging the inevitable.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how long Rios can withstand this, and on the attack, Carlos Negron comes in firing.
Carlos Negron is coming to finish his opponent. He's throwing some bombs right now.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. You see, Rios is kind of turning away right there again. See,
Rios is in bad shape right now, and he is forced down.
3.
If you look,
that's ruled a knockdown.
5, 6, 7.
That's it for this
8.
kid. He should call it.
9. ¿Estás bien?
No, he's
¿Quieres
not.
continuar?
No.
Si estás bien, ¿quieres continuar?
No, call
Are
it.
you sure?
He doesn't want to quit.
Let's go.
See?
Come on.
The kid doesn't want
You're
to
on
quit.
a short leash. Let's go.
He's not in good shape, Joe.
Hurt.
Absolutely, I agree with you. He's not in good shape. He's not handling himself very well at this moment.
What he should be doing is holding. He should be holding until he catches his breath again.
Yeah, you wonder if this is going to get any better. Rios' game, he throws a right hand out there trying to buy himself some time or try for a Hail Mary.
He's done right now, and Rudy is going to probably step in momentarily. I would hope he does.
They're just pawing at each other. There's a hook that lands and a chopping right hand over the top. That one just grazed Rios, but Rios on shaky legs, barely standing up.
Rios doesn't want to quit because, you know, he's got too much heart for that. And there goes Rudy. Thank you. There it is.
You're good.
Rudy Barragan calls it off, and that could have happened a few seconds earlier, but good to see it stop. Rios just had no gas left in the tank.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, it's a situation where you could get hurt if he's not careful. And the worst thing is he's tired and he's not looking at his opponent. So at that point, you can get really hurt badly because you don't know where the shot's coming from.
Yeah, Joe, he looks sluggish. I mean, I think that's what we're all reacting to, correct?
Well, if he wasn't sluggish to start with, when you start getting cracked with shots like that, it turns you into sluggish, okay? Because everything starts getting broken down. And Rios just had too much heart for one guy. And, you know, he was not going to quit, but I'm glad Rudy stepped in and stopped that because that was not going to get any better.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Rios, again, very game. Tried to be as sturdy as possible in there. But Negron, again, heavy-handed, and now he's got back-to-back knockouts. Yeah. So that's impressive work for Carlos Negron.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, look, he you know, came in with 21 wins and 17 knockouts. So it's 22 with 18 now.
So we've got a knockout here in the second round. We are going to step away for a moment, but it's a night of heavyweights. We've got a bunch of fights coming your way, but we open up with a bang. Both guys throwing hard in the early going, but it's Carlos Negron who gets the win, knocking out Rafael Rios. We're back.
Well, fans, we have the time of 2 minutes, 33 seconds in round number 2. Our referee in charge, Rudy Barragan, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of knockout, Carlos Negron.
Take a look at the CompuBox numbers and see it again. It was a slow motion affair, but a hard-hitting, thudding affair. Wow, 72-11 in favor of Negron. Threw a lot more punches, and his accuracy just tripling on Rafael Rios. He is 33 years old. We're going to take a look at this fight. And Joe, I'm just wondering, how would you try to navigate the heavyweight landscape with Negron if you were advising him?
Well, you got to keep him winning. That's the thing. And if you're going to put him in a really, really tough fight, it better be worth something. So, you know, right now you just keep busy and let the wheat separate from the chaff at the top and see if you can, you know, worm your way in there at a certain point.
You know, he gets a couple of wins, Lennox, and he'll become attractive as an opponent. He's now 22-3, so there'll be some value there, you would think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a very attractive boxer. Anybody would sees him in the ring and watches his style, notice that he's a good boxer. The only thing is he's got to get in better shape, you know, because better shape is more of a thing that you're going to win.
It's a good point, Lennox. Let's go back now to this fight. Again, and we're going to get a better look here as well. It's the back of the head shot right there against Rios. Rios got hurt. Of course, Rios is bending over as well. I don't think Negron was trying to hit him illegally, but just the way the trajectory of his punches were going.
Yeah, those were looping right hands. Those weren't straight right hands. And when he got hurt by that little short straight right hand, he put his head down, and Negron came over the top, and that's the one that Rudy Barragan saw and gave him a rest for. That was the end of the fight, of course, right there.